Many people wander through life under the heavy, paralyzing weight of feeling entirely and utterly lost, convinced that they are searching for a hidden purpose that remains just out of their reach. They frame their stagnation as a deep philosophical crisis, claiming they need to find themselves first, or perhaps wait for the stars to align before they can finally take any meaningful action. However, this is merely a convenient mask for a deeper, more uncomfortable and hidden truth, which is that they are not actually lost. They are simply undisciplined in their daily lives. By avoiding the necessary structure, effort, and responsibility required to build a life of true substance, they create a vast vacuum where doubt and constant overthinking thrive like weeds in a garden. They mistake their lack of direction for a lack of meaning, endlessly consuming vast information streams, waiting for the perfect moment to arrive while the clock ticks away their precious, finite time. In reality, they are trapped in an illusion of thinking, paralyzed by the false, dangerous belief that more planning will eventually solve a problem that can only be resolved through deliberate execution. The weight of this inaction settles into their bones, creating a heavy, suffocating blanket of dread. They look at the horizon, hoping for a sign, yet they refuse to take one step. This cycle of procrastination is a cage of their own design, built from excuses and fear. They analyze their feelings as if they were complex riddles, ignoring the simple, stark reality ahead. Meaning is not a distant star to be charted, but a foundation to be laid down. Yet they remain stationary, convinced that the answers are hidden in books or in quiet meditation. They fear the labor of creation, preferring the safety of the dream to the harsh reality. Every day spent in this state of hesitation is a day stolen from their own potential. They believe that if they just think harder, the path will suddenly reveal itself to them. But the path is not a map to be read. It is a road to be paved. They are architects of their own confusion, drawing blueprints that they never intend to actually build. The silence of their inactivity is deafening, echoing with the ghosts of opportunities they once held. They seek validation from the world, hoping someone will tell them that their waiting is noble. It is not noble. It is a retreat from the demands of a life well lived. They hide behind the complexity of their own minds, shielding themselves from the simplicity of work. The truth is that they are afraid of the failure that comes with trying something real. So they stay in the middle, suspended in a state of perpetual, unproductive, and hollow contemplation. They wait for the stars to align, but the stars are indifferent to their quiet suffering. This constant mental loop acts as a barrier, preventing them from seeing the obvious steps forward. They treat their lack of progress as a mystery, when it is simply a lack of rhythm. Life does not yield to those who contemplate it, but to those who actively shape it. They believe that understanding the why is more important than performing the how each day. Yet, without the how, the why remains an abstract concept floating out of reach forever. They hoard knowledge like a dragon hoards gold, never using it to build anything of value. The intellect becomes a prison, locking them away from the tactile, messy experience of actual growth. They fear that if they act, they might discover their own limitations, so they stay still. But limitation is only discovered through the friction of movement, not through the safety of thought. They are waiting for a clarity that only comes through the sweat of consistent, daily labor. They imagine that a sudden epiphany will strike them, transforming their lives in one single moment. Such moments are rare, and they are always preceded by long periods of dedicated, unglamorous work. They are looking for a shortcut through the mountain, ignoring the path that winds upward. The path is difficult, yes, but it is the only way to reach the summit ahead. They convince themselves that they are preparing, but they are merely stalling in the waiting room. The world moves forward while they remain anchored in their own self-imposed, heavy mental fog. They need to stop looking for answers and start looking for the next simple, small task. Action is the only language that reality speaks, and they have been silent for too long. They must break the glass of their own hesitation and step into the cold, bright light. The comfort of the known is a siren song, pulling them toward a life of regret. They must choose the discomfort of growth over the ease of their own stagnant, quiet misery. Every thought that does not lead to a physical action is a wasted, lost opportunity today. They are capable of so much more than this cycle of endless, circular mental analysis allows. The transition from thinker to doer is the most important shift they will ever make. It requires shedding the ego that demands to know everything before taking the first step. They must accept that the path is forged by walking, not by staring at the map. They must embrace the messiness of trial and error, letting go of the need for perfection. The time for planning has passed, and the time for building has finally, urgently arrived. They must stop asking why they are lost and start moving toward the horizon now. The journey begins not with a thought, but with the very first, deliberate, physical move. The transformation begins the moment you stop waiting for inspiration and start imposing structure upon your existence. Purpose is not a treasure to be discovered in the vast, empty wilderness of your own thoughts. It is a tangible structure to be built through the steady, patient repetition of intentional daily actions. When you commit to waking up early, working hard on meaningful tasks, and training your physical body, you begin to reflect on your progress, stripping away the confusion that once clouded your internal vision. Discipline acts as the powerful forge that shapes your chaotic potential into a sharp, focused, living reality. By replacing the seductive comfort of procrastination with the rigorous demands of a strict daily routine, you stop asking what your life is for and start defining it through your concrete, visible deeds. You realize that you were never truly lost, but simply waiting for the authority to lead yourself. The path forward is not found in complex theories, but in the relentless, daily practice of showing. It is a deliberate shift from the passive observer to the active architect of your own destiny. Each sunrise offers a new opportunity to lay a foundation stone of habit upon the barren ground. Do not seek the answers in the stars, for they are silent observers of your human, earthly struggle. Instead, look down at your hands, which possess the capacity to build, to shape, and to change. The weight of your choices is the only compass you need to navigate the fog of uncertainty. When you choose discipline, you are choosing to honor the potential that has always resided within you. It is a quiet, internal revolution that requires no fanfare, only the steady pulse of consistent effort. The vacuum of doubt is filled by the momentum of work, leaving no room for idle, destructive thoughts. You are the master of your own architecture, designing a life that stands firm against the storms. Every task completed is a brick laid in the wall of your character, solid and enduringly strong. There is no magic, only the mundane beauty of showing up when you would rather be resting. This is the secret that the lost never grasp. Meaning is a byproduct of the work done. Stop searching for the destination and start enjoying the friction of the climb toward your own peak. Your purpose is not a destination you reach, but the way you walk every single waking hour. Let your actions speak louder than the whispers of your fear, drowning out the noise of hesitation. The forge is hot, the metal is ready, and you are the only one holding the hammer. Strike with intention, for every blow shapes the person you are destined to become in this life. The architecture of your purpose is rising, block by block, beneath the steady gaze of your resolve. You are no longer a wanderer in the dark, but a builder standing in the morning light. The structure is complete, and it is built upon the solid, unbreakable foundation of your own discipline. Consider the silence of the morning before the world wakes, when your intentions are still pure. This is where the battle for your soul is won, in the quiet moments of early rising. You must cultivate the soil of your mind, pulling the weeds of distraction before they take root. Every habit you form is a tether, pulling you closer to the person you are meant to be. Do not fear the difficulty of the process, for it is the resistance that builds your strength. Without the weight of the barbell, the muscle cannot grow, and without struggle, the spirit remains soft. Embrace the discomfort of the early hour, for it is the price of admission to a better life. Your routine is not a cage, but the very framework that grants you the freedom to soar. When you master your time, you master your life, turning hours into monuments of your own making. The chaos of the past dissolves when you commit to the order of the present moment today. Look at the horizon and see not a mystery, but a canvas waiting for your deliberate brushstrokes. You are the artist of your own reality, painting with the colors of consistency and hard work. The world will try to pull you back into the comfort of the familiar and the easy. Resist the urge to settle, for you were built for the climb and the view from above. Every step you take with purpose is a victory over the version of you that once doubted. The light of clarity is growing brighter with every action you take toward your chosen goal now. There is no turning back once you have tasted the power of a life lived with intention. The path is narrow, but it is yours to walk, carved by the iron will of discipline. Trust the process, even when the results are hidden beneath the surface of your daily grind. The roots of your success are growing deep, unseen by the world, but vital for your growth. Keep your eyes fixed on the horizon, moving forward with the steady rhythm of a beating heart. You are becoming something new, something forged in the fire of your own relentless, daily effort. The old self is fading, replaced by a version of you that knows exactly where to go. This is the power of the shift, the moment you decide that your life belongs to you. No more excuses, no more waiting. Only the steady, rhythmic sound of your own progress forward. The journey is long, but you are equipped with the only tools you will ever really need. Your discipline is your armor, protecting your vision from the arrows of doubt and external noise. Stand tall in the structure you have built, for it is the fortress of your own soul. The day is yours to command, and the future is yours to shape with your own hands. Walk forward into the light of your own creation, knowing you are finally exactly where you belong.